I'm a Brad Pitt fan. Wasn't always, but then all of a sudden one day I was. But what I am not a fan of is when someone tells me, I can't believe you haven't seen Thelma and Louise, Brad Pitt's the star of it.
What? What'd I do?
Finally, Brad Pitt shows up. Then he leaves.
I'm gonna get out of your hair, all right?
Michael Caliente Madsen was in it more than Brad Pitt. You're kidding me. That's what this is about? I simply said, I can't believe you haven't seen Five Easy Pieces. Tony Basil's in it. So he watched it, and instead of saying thank you for turning me on to that wonderful American classic, he said, well, Tony Basil was only in it for 3 scenes, but it's one of those 3 scenes is the most famous roadside diner scene where Jack Nicholson flips out on that poor little waitress.
You see this sign?
Tony Basil was sitting right across from her. Forget everything I was going to talk about. We're going to talk about Tony Basil. I have never read anything or done any research on purpose about her little music video that sent her into superstardom, even though she'd already had a career for quite a long time, called Oh Mickey. I'm sure she would absolutely strangle me with her 2 little bare hands if I said, oh, Tony, you're so fine, but Tony Basil, you do blow my mind. This girl has made a career out of just being in a whole bunch of important movies, but just doing something little. If she was wondering, is someone out there going to notice? Well, yes, I have. And that's why we're talking about it. She was in Easy Rider. And it wasn't just with Tony Basil and 3 nobodies. It was with Peter Fonda, Karen Black, don't get me started, and Mr. Dennis Hopper, man. She was, again, only in it for about 3 scenes, but one of them is the most famous acid trip scene in film history in that beautiful, grainy film.
Sent him to hell. The 3rd day he arose again from the dead. Fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
I love my grainy film stock. And here's another one. She was in Head. I'd love to tell you that she was just in 1 or 2 scenes. She was not even in that. She was in just one little teeny tiny part of one scene. Back and forth like that, and she's a cute little jumpsuit, shows her physique off real good, and little Davy Jones. Oh, I love that so much. I want that to be played at my funeral. Not only was she in landmark films that were fantastic. Oh, you haven't seen all those? Oh, I thought you knew everything. She was also in some real odd movies. She was in Eating, a Henry Joglum film. Now, these 2 women are talking. Here they are, and this woman all of a sudden says this.
Then I got into drugs, which was wonderful, until drugs stopped working.
That was kind of on the heels of Nancy Reagan with her great big campaign, Just Say No to Drugs. It was all on the bumper stickers and the billboards, and they got up to all the high school kids and the junior high kids and all the high kids. Well, then all of a sudden this woman says what she said, kind of the essence of, go ahead and do drugs if you want. They're going to be great until they stop working, and I guarantee you they're going to stop working, and you're going to be, guess what, worse off than you ever were. And the whole audience was like, okay. And little Tony Basil was sitting right there next to her. That woman had seen Tony Basil in the acid trip scene in the graveyard.
I'm dying! I'm gonna die!
So how did I become such a Brad Pitt fan? Well, it was in the movie Fight Club, actually. It was in the last fight, the final fight, the fight finale. One of them's named Tyler Durden. I don't know. I can't remember who's who. And if you've seen the movie, kind of don't matter. But you would thought he was going to do all these real macho things, and he sort of went all the opposite. And all of a sudden, he started doing a little tango step. He was all dancy and prancy and kind of liked the way he moved. And I thought, oh, that's brilliant. And I decided, ladies and gentlemen, right then and there, I want Brad Pitt to dance with me at my funeral.